Blooming Prairie Coaches Show on KRFO, a service of Olympic Fire Protection. Chad Gimbel, football coach. Awesome Blossoms went to Medford last night. It was Tigers' homecoming, and Blooming Prairie scored a 53-16 victory. Seems again like that offense is getting rolling, and the defense do pretty good last night too, Chad?
Yeah, they did. Offensively, we did. We were able to get things going right from the opening kickoff and hit some big plays, some big runs, and some good pass plays as well, some big pass plays, and we're able to move the ball. I don't think we punted until we started bringing in our JV. So the offense was rolling, and defensively, I think it was midway through the second quarter before they were able to get a drive together, and they got it down inside our red zone one time, and we intercepted the ball in our end zone. But other than that, our defense had a lot of 3-and-outs and played very well. Other than a couple missed gap assignments, I thought our defense was stellar again last night.
The offense has developed quite a bit from week to week, it seems, at least putting up more points.
Yeah. It was one of those things where with the short, I keep coming back to it, but it really did affect us. The short season, a young team, and it just took us a little while to get going, and each week you see our kids getting more and more comfortable and more and more confident, and high school athletics is so much about confidence, and when you believe you can go out there and do something, accomplish something, and usually those kids can get it done, and that's kind of where we're at right now. Our kids are playing with a lot of confidence, so it's been fun. It's been a very enjoyable season watching the progression of this team to where we're at now. And by no means do we feel like we're perfect. We got a lot of improvement still to do, and we talk about that. But compared to where we're at at the beginning of the season, it's good.
Statistical notes to mention from yesterday at all?
Well, you look at some of the statistics. We didn't have a ton of yards of offense. We had a punt return for a touchdown, which was nice to see, and we had a interception for a touchdown, so I attributed to some of the points. But again, Anthony Nelson had a nice night. I believe he had 3 rushes for 107 yards and 3 touchdowns, and then he also caught one pass, and that one for a touchdown as well. So he touched the ball 4 times and ended up in the end zone all 4 times. So that was nice to see. And Lucas Noble had a nice night. He threw the ball. He was 4 or 5 throwing, and I think it was about 100 yards. And he also had one long touchdown run of 80 yards. And each week, you can see him getting better and better and more confident and going through his reads and delivering the ball where our kids can catch it and throwing a nice ball that's easy for our receivers to handle.
Injuries at all?
We got out healthy, I believe. Again, this time of year, kids are going to be sore and stuff, but again, knock on wood, we got out healthy last night.
Next week, United South Central comes in. It's homecoming for Blooming Prairie for next week. So how does the week unfold for you and for the team, and then a preview of your game?
Looking at USC, last night they gave Kenyon Wanamingo everything they wanted to handle, and Kenyon's leading our conference. So obviously it's going to be a tough battle. I think they lost to Kenyon 6-0 last night. So they play good defense. They're big up front. They try to palm the ball at you and offensively, and just they try to out physical you, and they keep that same mentality on the defensive side, and they try to they disguise their coverages. And one of the things I've seen on tape just by watching other teams play is they'll do a zone blitz, which we haven't seen in high school before, where they'll blitz an outside back and drop a D end into the passing lane to try to confuse the quarterback. So we'll have to look at that for our passing game. But other than those things, they're just going to really ground and pound at you and try to run a lot of clock off it and just use their size to outmatch us.
And how are things looking right now in your division and in your section?
Well, right now, I believe Kenyon Wanamingo is 5-0 in our division.
Okay.
And then you have ourselves and BA chasing them. We're both at 4-1, and so that's kind of how the division is unfolding. And then the section, there's 3 teams. New Ulm Cathedral, BA, and ourselves are all at 5-1, and then Minnesota Valley Lutheran's 4-2, and you got Mankato Loyola and USC 3-3. So it's really a balanced section and division this year, and it's going to make for the last 2 weeks of regular season, each game very important, and should make for a fun playoff as well.
All right, well, have fun with homecoming next week and United South Central.
All right, thanks a lot. I appreciate that.
All right, it was a 53-16 win at Medford yesterday for Blooming Prairie. Coach Chad Gimbel on the Coach's Show, KRFO.